Alright guys, well, I'm in my bedroom here, looking at my bed. Got all my knives sprawled out for you. Uh, I kid you not when I say that there's been at least 50 people who have requested to see this video, which is an update on all my knives. People love to see whole collections. It's pretty cool, so to be honest, I was putting this video off because I'm lazy. I didn't want to take out all my knives. Anyone who has a substantial knife collection will tell you that it is a huge pain. It's just I got knives everywhere, all over the place, and I'm kind of anal about where they go. So I was putting this video off, but today I had some free time, and I thought, you know what? People want to see it. I'm going to show them. So here it is. Now, this is not going to be one video. This is probably going to be part one. I'm going to have multiple videos to show to get through everything. I'm going to basically kind of scan over stuff and give you the model if I can, if I remember. I got a lot to go through. So let's get started. I'm going to start off to show you over here, which is a bunch of crap. I already have a video on this if you haven't seen already. I think it's called just Knife Tin. I go through, there's miscellaneous cheap knives in here and sheaths and stuff like that. Nothing really worth mentioning, you know, like this knife. Some Chinese made knife. Not even, like I said, not worth mentioning. If you are very interested in this anyway, I do have a video on everything that's in there separate. Mostly sheaths and stuff like that too. This knife here, you're wondering why I have this. This is like a G.I. Joe dollar store plastic knife. I actually bought this with the intention that, you know, if I have little kids over, that they can play with this. Sometimes when, you know, if I have family, friends that come over or something like that, if they have younger boys or even sometimes girls, they look at my knives in the display cases and they always want to touch them. They want to hold them, especially the boys. They think it's cool. The girls, not so much. They just find it interesting. But for whatever reason, kids, they love knives. So I have this, obviously, as a safe alternative. I'm not going to actually give them any real knife. So I let them play with this. And, you know, so far, this is my third one. I've given these away twice. I used to have two more of them, and I let the kids keep them, you know, because they think it's the coolest thing in the world. But anyway, that's why I have that. This I've never actually shown. This here. This I got from Bud K, probably 8 years ago or so. I honestly forgot I had it. It was in a drawer. It's a comically oversized lockback knife. This one's called the Golden Dragon, or Gold Dragon. But they have different designs. It's really cheap, but it is actually a functional lockback knife. Only doing this one-handed here, but let me try to get this blade out. And there you go. There is an actual edge on it. It is metal. However, it's not very sharp. I mean, if you were to chop something with this, yeah, it would cut into it, but it's not going to slice paper or anything. And it is functional. It is locked right now. So let me depress the lock and pull this big thing up. If you're interested in these, like I said, I think they still sell them. It's $20 at www.budkww.com. Very popular site for like a lot of cheapo stuff and some novelty knives. So let's swing around here. I think I'm going to start with the fixed blades. Alright, got a lot to talk about. First I'm going to scan over these. These are just the Frost Moor of Sweden. These are different Moor models. They're all, these next, let's see, 4 knives are actually very, very cheap. If you have not watched my Moor video, check it out. These 4 fixed blades are all under about $12 or $13. So there's just a couple different versions, different models of the same type of knife. Then we have a Benchmade knife. This is a river knife. This one is the model 100, an older version of it in 440C. Pretty cool. I have a video on that, of course. I actually have a video on probably 90%, at least 90 to 95% of what I'm about to show you here in this video. Then I have the Buck the 119 Special. I have a, let me get the end of my bed here, so let me turn. I got the Schrade Sharp Finger. Okay, it's an old timer, which was a company of Schrade. Then I have this. This is actually made by a company called Precise in Japan. I didn't get a lot of information on this knife, but it's very interesting. Got that in an auction on eBay with some other knives I was looking for, as well as this, which is just the run-of-the-mill, cheapo Walmart Winchester fixed blade. I've had a lot of people tell me they bought this at $3 on sale at Walmart. I have to say, you know, it's a pretty cheapo knife, but for $3, I might actually buy one. If I saw it again, I'd probably buy another one for $3. You know, why not? You can't beat that for $3, even though it's cheap. I mean, $3. Anyway, then I have two rubber training knives. These are great to spar with, to practice. I mean, besides collecting knives, I study knife defense and offensive skills. I don't do it religiously. I don't do it regularly, but I say probably once a month. I go through books and stuff like that. It interests me greatly, being such a knife nut. So those are good to have. Like I said, of course, you and a buddy. I actually sometimes I'll put like a really cheap dollar store marker on the edge here. Run it all along the edge, and then when I spar with someone and actually get into fighting techniques, I can visually see where the knife would have cut them, or cut myself in that manner. Next, I have a bird crossbill in G10. Got a video on that. This actually goes with the Moores. This is made by Moore. This is a spoon knife or hook knife. This is actually sharpened on both sides here and here. And this is kind of a bushcraft tool. You can use this to carve out indentations when you're making wooden spoons out of tree limbs, when you're making bowls, stuff like that. Very handy tool. Pretty interesting. I'll have to make a video on that in the future. Then I'm kind of out of order. I don't really have like a theme going here. I just kind of put them as I grab them. But let's see, the next one here is that Benchmade Model 553 Tanto Griptilian. Then I have my Leatherman Wave. Of course, I got a video on that. Cheapo multi-tool. Everyone's got one. This one's by, let's see, Northwest Territory is the brand. Real cheapo, but I like how it's spring assisted, so picked it up. I think, about $5, something like that. Most people have a cheapo multi-tool on them. Then I got a Leatherman Micra. Actually, I have two of these. I gave one to my father for his keys. Loves the thing. Uses it all the time. Let's see here. Now I have my Opinel. This is a number 9, I believe. Nice, motif on the handle here. Some deer. This is the stainless version, not the carbon steel version. Then the Cold Steel Pocket Bushman. Pretty hefty, heavy-duty fixed blade or folder. I say fixed blade because it's almost as if it's a fixed blade. Very strong lock. Next one, little Colt Signature Series. Got that a long time ago. The Gerber Easy Out, I have a video on. This one almost saved my life. Then I have this is actually a clone of a Benchmade Striker. Piece of crap, but I threw it in there because it is one of the knives I own. You want to see all of them. Actually, I have a video on counterfeit knives like that. Then I have the Columbia River Knife and Tool Edgy. I have that new Spyderco Cricket I just picked up. Awesome knife, love that. Now we're on to some of the more traditional style knives. I got a case, bear with me here, on the model, let me think, copper lock. It's a case copper lock and a jig bone. Next to it, these two are the same knife, but different handle scales. They're both Frost Steel Warriors. They're also copper locks, but they're dual blades, 2 blades on those, and they actually do lock. Interesting locking mechanism. I have a separate video on that. Then I have a Case Camper, I believe is the model. Very similar to your Victorinox Swiss Army knives, but made by Case, WR Case and Sons. Then I have this called the Magic Knife. This one, it's kind of hard to explain, but the locking mechanism is a little weird on it. Let me fold this up. Let me show you this. To close it, it has to be upside down. Push the blade in, turn it upside down. Whoops, didn't catch. Turn it upside down. Thing's not catching on me. There we go. And it locks the blade in. And when it's upside down like this, even if you push the blade in, you can't pop it out. You have to turn it upside down and then let it out. It's really strange. It's a lot of times when people are over, I'll give them this and I'll ask them to try to open it and watch them keep getting their fingernails in here and trying to pull it out and struggling. Kind of makes me laugh, but that's a fun knife to play with. And the last one here, because I'm going to be at 10 minutes, I'm going to stop it. This one's actually made by Clear Cut. This is a vintage one. Someone gave this to me, slip joint, and I got some information on it. Nothing special, not really worth anything, as far as if I were to resell it. It's not worth a whole lot, maybe 10 bucks, but it was a nice gift and it has sentimental value to me. So anyway, I'm going to stop the video here and catch me in part 2. Once again, thank you for your time.